3 out of the 4 political parties contesting the 23rd January THA election signed an election code of conduct on Monday, which was broadcast live on Tobago Channel 5. The code of conduct, which was developed by the Council for Responsible Political Behavior, encourages respect, tolerance, harmony, and peace in political campaigning. The political leaders of the PNM, Tobago Forwards, and the Movement for Transformation placed their signatures on the document. The PDP did not sign. Its interim chairman and election officer explains why in this PATRICIA Nicholson report.
Interim chairman of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, Harrigan Henry, at a PDP press conference on Monday said the PDP is in full support of a code of conduct for the THA election campaign, but said the party would only sign under one condition.
We believe there should be one, and we would sign one based on the principle that was enunciated by the leader, that it must be one that came out of the bowels of the parties here in Tobago.
Interim election officer COLLIS BROWNE said Tobago must be able to determine what it wants as opposed to being told what it must do by Trinidad.
See, we can't have a situation where we have Trinidad running Trinidad, Trinidad running Tobago, and Trinidad running Trinidad and Tobago. We are Tobagonians. So not because all other political parties signed off, then we must toe the line.
He said despite a code of conduct being signed in 2013, there was plenty mudslinging in the elections. He questioned the point of signing this particular document as opposed to one developed by only Tobago political leaders.
And therefore, whatever code of conduct we ought to sign for elections that are to be held in Tobago to determine the destiny of people of Tobago must come from Tobago and must have the input of Tobagonians.
In November 2016, leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, Watson Duke, made a call for all parties contesting the THA elections to meet and to formulate a code of conduct for the election campaigns. PNM Tobago leader Kelvin Charles and Movement for Transformation leader Eugene Job Davis had no issues with the idea, but Tobago Forwards leader Chrislyn Moore made it clear she would not sign any code of conduct on Watson Duke's call. 2 weeks before the elections, and a code of conduct developed by the Council for Responsible Political Behavior was signed by all contesting parties except the PDP. I'm Patricia Nicholson for C News.
The Prime Minister, Dr. ROWLEY, has urged Tobagonians to hold on to their morals as they approach the Tobago House of Assembly elections. The Prime Minister was the featured speaker on Sunday evening as the PNM took over Market Square in Scarborough. Peter Christopher reports.
The Minister was the last of many speakers to address Market Square on Sunday as the THA election campaigning kicked into high gear over the weekend. The PNM leader spent the early bit of his 40-minute speech paying tribute to outgoing THA Chief Secretary Orville London and late former Tobago West MP Dr. Winston Murray.
Dr. Murray's passing should be recognized symbolically and in more ways as a passing and a changing of the guard. Because as we assemble here in this election campaign, as we are launching this campaign here this evening, Dr. Murray had a tremendous role to play in bringing back for us the Tobago House of Assembly by name and for purpose.
The PNM leader praised the moral code of Tobagonians and urged them not to forget that approach as they enter this election season.
I will tell you here, no PNM candidate who is under a criminal charge could be a PNM candidate in any election in Tobago or in Trinidad. And I say no more on that for the moment. I leave that to you here in Tobago, because you understand what is right and what is wrong.
The THA election is set to take place on January 23rd. Peter Christopher, C News.